what can you expect when you're buying a house?
Welcome to Luxury Living by Lana and Liza, also known as Luxury Living Ottawa. We are here today to talk to you about the 3 stages of buying a house, but we're going to do this in 3 separate videos. And today we're talking about
Part 1.
Part 1, which is before buying a house and what to expect.
You can't just go out there and get a house. You have to follow some certain steps first. So, number 1,
pre-approval.
you need to know what you can spend, and so you've got to get the official pre-approval from your bank or your mortgage person.
Now, Liza, what's the difference between pre-approval and pre-qualified?
See, pre-qualified is where you get an idea based on some numbers you provided to your bank person of what you can spend, but you haven't been given the official pre-approval from your bank, which is usually on a paper document as well.
That's right. And a pre-approval, they will have gone through all of your numbers, all of your credit cards, your car loans, and probably even done a credit check on you.
Exactly. So it's a very thorough process to ensure you can spend a certain amount on a house that you want.
Perfect. So once we get pre-approved, what do we have to do after that?
Well, I think we need to start our research, right? If you are looking for a certain house, you want to know what or where you can actually buy.
And what's really important to consider are things like proximity to schools and proximity to buses, bus stops. But do you want to be on a bus route?
Exactly.
That's important to know, especially if you have little wee ones, right?
Yeah, and how can you do that? You can do that by starting to drive around different neighborhoods, get a feel for the area, look at what's around in the area, and that'll help you to determine if that area would match your family's needs.
That's right. And what's also important to know is proximity to other things like shopping. And how can we help in that?
Well, we can provide information on the demographics in the area and the maybe the transit plans coming in that neighborhood, because we have access to more details about the areas in the city.
Oh, that's right. And we also know what's going to be built in that vacant lot behind the property, or if there's going to be anything built at all, too. Who owns the land and approximately when it might be built, because we have access to that sort of information through, in this case, the City of Ottawa.
Exactly. When you're driving around, it's going to help you to look and see what you actually like in properties and homes and help you determine what your criteria is. Do you like the bungalow look? Do you like a condominium? Do you like a 2-story house? So that'll help you pick your criteria before you actually start looking at properties in person.
That's a really good idea, and that's where we come in too, is because I live out in rural areas, and I can also determine if something is on well or septic. Are you ready to take on a well or septic as opposed to municipal water and municipal sewer? So when we are ready to start looking at houses, we will show you maybe 1 or 2 houses, and then we're going to get into the actual buying process.
Exactly. So that is part 1. Before you buy, before you start looking, do your research. Figure out your criteria, get pre-approved, and start driving around in different neighborhoods.
Perfect. This is Liza and Lana coming to you from Luxury Living Ottawa, and we'll catch you on the next video all about during the buying process.